Bing! And we're live, and the Hangout's working, which is good. It is the Martin Fowler Scrum, and things are all working because yesterday, for some reason, I'm not sure if it's actually the Zapier thing or the Slack token going again, but we had a bit of a Slack Hangout outage yesterday that is now fixed. Yeah, updates. I'll go first because I'm talking at the can't stop myself. Yes, so yesterday managed to get a round trip on the PayPal integration. Hope to finish up a pull request on that today. Yes, as I mentioned, we had those problems with the Zapier PayPal thing. I think that Zapier Slack thing. I think that's sorted out. So there's no block there. Client meeting with or sponsor meeting with Dree yesterday. So priority there is I actually talked to Pat about the needs of Met Plus for hosting. Like they want me to write them a short thing about the needs of the different projects for hosting, and I also need to do a migration for local support to get some like proper data onto their system to see if that all works smoothly. And yeah, there's lots of pull requests backing up on local support for me to review. That is my report. Pat, how are things with you?
Good, thank you. So since yesterday morning, or afternoon, or late morning for you, I did some pair programming with Arun on a story I Met Plus. I also did some pair programming with Paul immediately after that Scrum. And this morning at 4:30, I'm lying in bed thinking about that active record query that Paul and I worked out that I didn't limit to jobs that are active, so I rolled right out of bed and went to start Rails console and worked on that. That says something about there's something wrong with me, I think. Anyway, I updated Paul on that. We had a good UI design review with Laura and the work in wireframes. So we had a good discussion yesterday with 4 of us in attendance, I think, including Arun, Hugh, and myself. And Laura's going to make changes, and we all loved what she did, and we're going to be presenting that to the client next week. So looking forward to that. And I created 3 or 4 stories that came out of developing my current story. I found some bugs, things that need to be changed, so I created some stories there. And that's it for me, no blockers.
Great stuff. Let's go on to Lara. How are things going with you?
Yeah, good, thanks. So yeah, I had a good review session last night on the UX for Met Plus, and just to make some changes, which I'll send through tomorrow, which we can present to client on Monday. And then I looked at the pivotal tracker in terms of what you suggested for local support.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just worried because I'm going on leave now to take on something that client wants a bit, not urgently, but it's like part of the priority list, and I'm only back in about 3 weeks' time, and I don't know how much time I'll be coding. So I thought of maybe looking for something a bit more simple.
Sure. Oh, simple is good. Yeah.
It's just for now, because otherwise it's going to sit there for 3 weeks.
Yes, or you could easily start on something and then leave a note saying, other people feel free to join in with this. I won't be working on it for 3 weeks, and so.
Okay, great. Okay, awesome.
That's good too. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
Cool.
That's it from me. No blockers.
Great stuff.
Could I just ask, leave in terms of leave, Laura? What are the dates that you're leaving and coming back?
From the 15th of December, and I'm back on the 9th of January.
January 9th. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But I mean, I will be popping in and out. So, if I need to write stories for the UX, that's quick and easy, to get that going. It's not
okay, thanks. Well, we'll try to avoid that.
Yeah, well, let's see. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Lara. Michael, how are things going with you?
Good. Worked yesterday with Aresh on the async voter bot, and we got acceptance tests, Cucumber, this Yada framework wrapped around existing, instead of replacing existing specs that were written. So Aresh should finish that up this morning, it looks like. So
yeah, which branch is that on? I guess there's no pull request at the moment. Which branch is that on?
Yeah, there is a pull request.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong bloody repo. Yeah, right, it's Slackbot instead of. Oh, cool. Yes, wonderful. Nice one. So no blocks for you.
Not on that, no.
No. Cool. Okay. Thanks.
I was just further investigating how we would actually try and use bot mock to indicate what channels things were in. Because right now it's kind of the tests aren't really explicit about whether a message over bot's reply is a direct message or it's a message in a channel or whatever.
Yeah,
Really important for the next set of features.
absolutely. Yes, indeed. Particularly, Adrian's got a great suggestion about having the bot, rather than initially announce the thing in the channel, it could DM everybody in the channel, and then it's more natural for them to respond individually. We've had some issue with people who are new to using the bot, thinking that they have to tell the bot in the channel or in the async voter channel. And I think if the initial contact comes from the bot, this was Adrian's suggestion, then they're more likely to respond to it, and they can ask the bot for help.
I think I found certain abilities, I think that if I think I found functions that you can actually use to set the existence of channels.
Right.
So,
cool. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, well, that's our Scrum then, I think. I guess Matt and Lara, you don't have. I guess Lara, you'll be off for client work. I guess Matt, you were hoping that Hinesh would join, but he said he's not free. So you guys won't need a coordination session.
Did you mean Pat? You said Matt.
Oh, I probably meant Pat. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it looks like I'll be able to connect up with him later today.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So, is there anything else that we need to work out?
pairing.
Yeah, pairing. I guess the only other thing there is, I ask you, Pat, about the Met Plus. So at the moment now, is it part of Met Plus where you've done like an experimental deploy onto Dree? Is that right?
Yeah. So who's been leading the charge on that is Hua. So he'd have more details.
Right.
But yeah, we've got our Rails front end deployed on Dree at this point.
And is that what you're now? Is that just? I mean, like for local support, I've done a sort of test deploy, but I haven't really been using that as part of the sequence. But are you thinking like it's just at the test stage, or you're now using that as your kind of develop server or even production server? Or
no, we're actually. I think we are still staging on Heroku, and
right.
then probably push into Dree. So really, I haven't been using Dree much. I did bring it up when we first got moved over there.
Sure.
And I just found it really slow. I didn't know what was going on. But anyway,
they did identify they had a bug in there, like their sleeping algorithm, which they've now fixed, and it's a bit nippier now, but it's still we need to kind of like keep on pushing on them, like and they can adjust that. And partly what they're doing is they're trying to figure out what is the speed that they need to provide in order for it actually to be, usable for us as developers, and then also like what does the client ultimately need, and that's what I've got to write up for them now. Is sort of like what I'm planning to do is say, the Heroku instances that we have for local support, what is that, costing? What is the performance? I mean, the same for website one. So I'll be doing it for those two projects, and I guess, but it's in it. I guess where the client is Met Plus is not currently paying for any hosting. Is that right?
He's not.
But there's something about they're anticipating, if it went live, then they would in principle be paying for hosting. Is that?
They would. We've told them we want to keep them on a set of free services, if you will, for the first 2 to 3 months.
Sure. Oh, sure.
See how it goes, shake it down, etc. And after that, move them to production like environments, whether we host or upgrade our hosting service or whatever. And we have to come up with a cost profile for him, which we haven't done yet. So we have a bunch of things. And I think Dree has been determined by Hua not to be appropriate for the back end, the cruncher.
Right, sure.
Because this sleep thing every 30 seconds and we lose our cached data.
Sure.
Our authorization token is lost, etc.
Indeed.
So there's all that.
And of course, Dree does have other services that might be more appropriate, but I'll take that up with JP.
Yeah. If you want, I could take an action item to connect with you today and come back tomorrow morning. Maybe
what I was thinking of doing is maybe what I will do on the AV Mentors side is maybe make a channel for you and I and Joao and JP I'm going to say it's pretty much. And we'll carry on the conversation there. Okay, cool.
Okay,
That's very helpful. Good, glad to have called.
Yeah, I've been focusing on trying to get us to MVP and focusing on delivery of the stories and moving and finding bugs, and he was taking that for me, so that's great.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Okay, nice one. Well, I think that is our Scrum and our time and yeah, pairing. And I guess, yes, so Matt, who's usually around, is not. Michael, you've woken up very early. Did you want to go back to sleep now, or you'd prefer to pair now?
I can pair.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, should I go to lunch first or do some stuff first? Anyway, I guess, yeah, Michael and I will hang out in here and work stuff out, and Pat and Lara will see you when we see you.
Sam, just sorry to interrupt, but
No problem.
one story for Dreet. Do they have any US-based servers or plan to have any US-based servers?
Well, I imagine
business plan.
They're, it's Amazon, so they can easily switch them to make them US based if they're not.
Okay.
I mean, everybody's building, including Dree, on Amazon.
Okay, so they're not doing their own build out, then they're using Amazon. Okay.
No. Yeah.
That's smart.
Cool.
Great.
All right, nice one. So let me just make this channel on AV Mentors. And make it Met Plus channel on AV Mentors. There. Okay. And invite. Okay. Well, I don't know, too many Slack instances, maybe that's getting confusing. Okay. Well, so the two things that I guess, yeah, it would be nice to make further progress on the async voting bot. It would also be nice to finish up the PayPal thing. I guess I will. Yeah, I'm going to spend like 15 minutes reviewing my the to-do lists and the priority orders on things. And yes, yeah. I'll let you know in a 5 or 10, Michael, about my brain. The fact that I can't speak properly, my brain. Maybe I will need to have my lunch and coffee before I can sensibly do any productive work. Let's see.
Need some downtime.
Maybe. Let's see. I'll see what the next 15 minutes goes. All right. Good to see you all, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.
Bye all.
Bye.